There's just so many projects, which I love, of course, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing something like NaNoWriMo, but it's a lot. Hey guys, I'm Kate, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to day 16 of NaNoWriMo. Sweet, sweet day 16. I alluded to it a little bit in yesterday's video, but I really want to talk about having multiple projects in November besides NaNoWriMo. I'm working on completing draft 2 of my pirate novel. I'm trying to do this Couch to 5K program. I'm attempting to learn Spanish, and I guess daily vlogging the Nano process is like a project in itself. So that's 4 projects besides NaNoWriMo that I'm doing in November. My days have just ended up way busier than I thought they would be. It feels like, though I know this can't be true because I watched a whole bunch of Parks and Rec the other day, but it feels like all of my time, like as soon as I wake up, I'm working on something until I go to bed. I enjoy all of the projects, don't get me wrong, so it's kind of the best kind of problem to have, but it's using a lot of creative energy. And I find that refilling the well that is your creative energy pool, like, I don't know. There was a whole lot of water analogies there and they didn't work. It's just all of this creative energy that's being spent, and I feel like, especially for the first part of NaNoWriMo, it's like I wasn't able to catch up enough. So it's like every time it felt like my creative energy started at a lower level than when I woke up the day before. The plus side of this, though, is that some of the projects that I'm working on do kind of help to balance that. Like my Couch to 5K program gets me outside, it gets me moving, it gets me active in a way that I'm not when I'm just sitting around typing on my computer. And learning Spanish activates my brain in a different way than any kind of creative writing does. And I'm so thankful that I decided to continue both of those, because otherwise it feels like my projects are very stacked in one specific area. Because of course, like many of you, my goal is to be a writer and a published author and one day hopefully survive. No, I want to survive always. I mean, survive off of my writing and have that be my main source of income. That is the dream. And so I'm doing a lot of work to try and get to a place where I could achieve that someday, but that also means that so much of it is taken up in this creative energy. Editing a story, NaNoWriMo, daily vlogging, which at first when I was thinking this up didn't sound like it was going to use as much creative energy or writing energy as it does. But I do semi-outline these videos before I start filming them, even though it may not seem that way. But I do. So not only do you outline them, then you film them, which could be seen as like the first draft. And then once I upload it and work on my computer to edit it down to like a concise, semi-entertaining chunk of time, you know, it really mirrors the writing process as a whole, you know, so it's like each day I'm going through its own little mini story almost, and that is just really cool. But also that creative energy well, just the waterline is lower and lower. I don't know why I keep talking about wells. All of this ends up meaning that December is going to be such a tame month in comparison with November, which sounds crazy at first because December is full of holidays and even more family gatherings for me than November had, and then you have the whole like end of year thing, and I love resolutions. I love goal setting. I love all of that. So, I mean, it's a busy time of year, but no, November seems like it's really taking the cake this year. I'm kind of wondering if I'll get bored, because hopefully my pirate story will be out to beta read. I think I'm going to finish that by the end of this month, so I won't even be able to look at it during December. I won't look at the current draft that I'm working on during December if, to be honest, I ever look at it again. But it also means that I'll get to start working on one of the new ideas that I've had throughout NaNoWriMo, again in the video that I mentioned yesterday, with all of the ideas cropping up. You know, while I'll still have that, I won't have daily vlogs taking up a chunk of time anymore. I'll still have 3 videos a week. That is my new goal: writing, reading, and a miscellaneous goal setting travel something else videos each week. But again, it's going to be so much different than November's daily vlogs. The more I talk about this, I realize that I'm already looking ahead to December, and it got me thinking about how I'm such a planner in life that it is no wonder that I'm also a planner in terms of my stories. And now I'm so curious if y'all notice any kind of similarities, like if you're a huge planner for your stories, are you also a huge planner for your life? And if you're a pantser, do you find that you're really good about going with the flow and like you prefer that method of living? Now I have a lot of questions. Let me know where you stand. My least favorite line of the day is, a settlement of betrayal that he couldn't yet decipher the magnitude began slowly eking through his psyche. It's clunky, and it's like, it's so close to what it's trying to be, but it's not yet there, or actually close at all. Do y'all ever have those lines where it's just not quite right? It's like the more and more you look at it, the worse it is, but you just can't seem to find a solution for it. This is why you don't edit during NaNoWriMo, so I've kept it in there as it is, and this will be a problem for future me to figure out. My favorite line today is not actually a line. I should probably rename this segment. But my favorite thing about my story today is actually the point that I'm at in the story. It is like the climax before the end. And it's awesome. My poor main character is just suffering. Rami is having a tough go of it. He has seen some betrayals, as the poorly worded other sentence might have suggested. I'm also at the part where I can just see the novel so clearly. The end is just so close, and it's like I know every single point that needs to be taken next, so it's a great feeling. The real question is just going to be if I can execute it as well as I see it in my head, but I guess that's the question always. That's all for this video. Please comment down below and let me know if you're working on any additional projects outside of NaNoWriMo for the month of November, and if you are, please tell me what they are. I would be very curious to hear about them. And also let me know if you're already looking forward to December, and if you are, do you think it will be as hectic or as crazy for you as November currently is? Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get back to writing. I'll see y'all tomorrow for day 17. Bye.